Well, thank you for taking the time to watch this video regarding how we can go out and take the programming we've learned on how to succeed in corporate America and apply and relearn some of that programming to have success in your own home-based business. You know, if you're anything like I was, you were taught while you were in school that you got to show up on time or otherwise you get a tardy. And during classes, you got to do the best you can on your grades. And if you don't, you maybe get some red marks on your test and you have a lower score. And so what we do is we try to get the best scores we can, and we show up to school on time, and we try not to have any tardies. And at the end of the year, we're graded, and we decide how we do compared to all the rest of the students. And if you've done well, you feel proud, and if not, you kind of feel a little bit down on yourself. And the next year, you start all over, and you start all over, and you start all over. And then by the time you get to high school, you have a little more responsibility. You actually have to go from class to class on your own. You may even have to drive yourself there or take a bus there. More responsibilities being put on your shoulders. But when it's all said and done, you graduate high school, if you took the time to graduate, and now what do? Well, all you do now is you either decide to go out and get a college education to maybe have more education, and maybe get yourself in line for a better job, or you go into the work world. And all we do is we replace our school with the job, or our school with the university, but we have the same responsibilities. We got to get to work on time, we got to work hard, and our boss determines whether we're doing a good enough job, and if so, we get a good grade. It's called a raise. Or we keep a job. Or we decide to go off into the college world after high school, and because we want to get a real good job after school, right? Not just a job. So what do we do in college? We take classes. We have to live on our own maybe. Maybe we have some bills we have to pay now. The books cost a lot more money. The classes now cost money. And at the end, you hope to get out and get a good job. Now, either way, whether you go the high school right into a job route or you go to the college into a job route, we all do the same thing. And what it looks like is this. You have a company out there, and that company, we'll just call it corporate America. You have a company with a president right here, right? Maybe the person who started that company. And that president went out when it was just a small startup and hired a couple other people, maybe some vice presidents or maybe some salespeople or some manufacturing people. But after a period of time, what happened is they started building a little bit of an executive team. And that executive team, the upper management, they went out and had their supervisors and their local leaders, right? And then you've got your immediate supervisors, and here's the staff, right? This is where all the staff is. And we get out of high school, or we get out of college, and we're asked to start right here. And again, if you went to college, maybe this is a better company, but you start at the bottom, and you're asked to climb this company ladder, right? And what do? We want to start in, we want to work hard. We want to get good grades. We want to be there on time. We want to stay after school ends a little bit for extra credit, right? But it's a job now, so now we're getting paid for it. We're asked to climb this company ladder. But what happens is, as you're trying to climb this, I was taught a company ladder looks like this. Or ladder looks like this, I should say, where you can go up and down as often as you want. But in the corporate world, it looks more like a traffic jam, doesn't it? You're trying to move up this ladder, but so are all these people. Everyone's trying to move up this, and what happens is, as you're growing through this, the amount of spaces is limited. And in a time when things are thriving and companies are growing, there's a lot of opportunity. But in times like today, are things growing? Are companies having outrageous growth right now in the corporate world? Or are they all coming up with new adjectives like downsizing or right-sizing, right? They're all doing things to make their companies actually smaller instead of larger. What does that do for opportunity for you? It restricts it, doesn't it? And so you're trying to get ahead, but you have limited spaces, and the only way to get a job the next level up is if someone above you either quits, resigns, gets fired, dies. None of them real good experiences, but all of them create an opportunity for you potentially. But here you are, you're stuck. You want to climb up as fast as you can, but you're limited. Now, who in this scenario has all the opportunity? Who in this scenario is making the most money? Generally, the owners and the upper managers, right? But when you think about it, they took the risk. That entrepreneur who started that company, even a company like Ford or General Motors or Microsoft, started with an individual who took risks. And by taking those risks, don't they deserve to have that freedom? Don't they deserve to have the ability to earn the upper level incomes? Yeah. So now, why were you taught to do this when we know most people who do this might have a job but fail financially compared to the upper income people? See, the people that make the most amount of money don't follow this route. They don't. What they do is they say, you know what? I'm going to start my own company. I'm going to start my own company right over here. And what our business allows you to do is just this, where you can become just like the CEO and founder. You can start your own business, and just like they had to go out and market a product when they first started, just like they had to drum up business, they maybe even had to make the parts that they sold. You don't have to do any of that. In this company, you don't have to worry about creating any of the product or the market or the industry. It's already there. All you have to do is go out and start drumming up a few customers, finding a few other people who may want to help you carry out this cause. And what you do is you introduce them, just like this CEO had to do. You get to do the same thing. And these people have the same opportunity as you. We're not asking them to start at the bottom and climb up. We're allowing them to have the same opportunity as you. So they can go out and they can start their own company. And as far as they're concerned, this is their company here, right? This is their business. And this person feels the same way, and this person feels the same way. Rather than in this model over here, everybody's feeling like they're just a number. Everyone feels like they're being controlled. No one feels like they can really get ahead as quickly as they want to. In this model, everybody knows they can get ahead as quickly as they want to. The compensation plan's the same, the products are the same. The only thing different is you, and you decide whether you have a big company or a small company. Now, this is a little bit different. And in high school, we're not taught how to be the CEO. We're not taught how to lead companies. And that's where the home-based business, because of the training system that we provide, you have the opportunity to plug into the proven training so you can succeed in doing this. But when you think about it, in America, 3% of the people have more wealth than the bottom 97%. And almost exclusively, 100% of that top percentage are business owners. Many of them are home-based business owners. So if you could have the opportunity to earn the income that the top 3% earn without having to take the risk, so you can start this while you're still working in this job, you can start this business and you can grow it out. You don't have to take the risk this person had to take. You don't have to put your family on the line. You do this spare time, part-time, anytime you can. As hungry as you want to be, you can pursue this. And the upside potential here, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 per year or per month exists. To start without a risk, to have the training system to teach you how, you can see how this opportunity, without getting rid of this opportunity to replace this does exist. And if you are earning enough in your business that it could replace or surpass your job income, would you have choices? See, now you may have an event coming up in your area, and if I told you there's 50 seats available for an event in your area, and if you're in one of those seats, you get to learn precisely how to succeed at this. And you know that all 50 people, when they walk out of that room, will know exactly what to do, like a cookie-cutter approach, to succeed in this and replace their job. Would you be one of those 50 people? And what if you heard you had to spend $99 on a ticket to be there? Would you still be one of those people? And I'm not saying there's an investment required to get to the local training, but I can say this to you. The 50 people who are sitting in those chairs will walk out knowing what to do. They'll know how to do it. And it just comes down to their willingness, whether they're willing to or not. So I hope as you watch this short video, you see that this is a good model. There's nothing wrong. This will buy a house and a car. And as long as there's no right-sizing or downsizing going on, it's pretty secure. But most of the Fortune 100 businesses that exist 10 years ago do not exist anymore. So to rely on just that company for your security, I believe is a mistake. But when you come over here and you build this team, and you follow the training system, and you empower these people here too to have the same opportunity as you, they have a desire to win, which helps you win. Synergistically, we all help each other, and we can win. Follow the proven training system. Believe you can make it as an entrepreneur, because we can teach you how. Thank you for watching this short video.